guys, good afternoon and welcome to the show, the Food for Catalog. And this is the gist session. What do we have today? As the African Cup of Nations is going on in Cote d'Ivoire. First on the list is the Tanzania coach, Adel. Amrouche. He has accused the Moroccan FA and the national team, also including his cap, about the officiating of the officials in the match against Morocco and Tanzania. That's one of the things we have for you. And also remember, Sadiq Umar has come out to say his own side of the story. What does he have to say? It said a lot of things about what was going on. Between him, the Real Sociedad, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We also talk about the match between Senegal and Cameroon that ended in 3 goals to 1. As you know, one thing you will do for us is this: like and subscribe to our channel. As we come back, we'll tell you the story, and don't forget, this is this session of the Football Catalog by Origa. The coach of Tanzania, Adel Amrouche, he was a former footballer and he is a Belgium-based coach who got his license from Belgium. He is a native of Algeria, also from the northern side of Africa. Definitely, he would know much about football and about the politics of football going on in Africa. He is a coach of the national team of Tanzania, and he has accused the Moroccan FA of a bad influence over the match they played, where they lost 3 goals to nothing against the Atlas of Morocco. He said publicly in the interview where he had after the match that, look, why is the Moroccan rejoicing over the match? Because for him, he believed they had influenced the referee that made it easy for them to have 3 goals over the Tanzania. Now the question is he saying something that we need to think about? He is from Algeria. He must have known a lot of things that probably maybe we know, but we are not willing to say it in the public. But he has come out publicly to say this. He is his own opinion, and he has been suspended for 8 matches. And after all, the Tanzania FA also suspended him. That means he's automatically removed from being the head coach of the Tanzania national team. But let's look at it. He has spoken his own opinion. Should he be suspended, or is it because the CAF is asking that, look, bring us an evidence? Though I understand the fact in football, you cannot accuse without bringing an evidence. But let's look at it from this perspective. Is Adel saying the truth? Is he saying what he knows? Let's check it. Is he saying the fact? We know a lot of politics and a lot of mismanagement have been in the affairs of football authority in the world. You remember CAF, you remember FIFA, you remember Sepp Blatter, Platini, a lot of them. So now what he's saying, is he actually saying the truth? It's time that will tell on that case. So let's leave that one. You can write your comment on our section. Let's hear your whole opinion. What do you think about Adel Amrouche, the Algerian who coached Tanzania and who has accused the Moroccans of influencing through the referee in the match against Tanzania? So that's for that. Let's go into another section of. Welcome back. Now let's look at Sadiq Umar. He has come out to state in his own side of the story. Have you read what Sadiq Umar said? Some people say, was it Sadiq Umar that wrote all those epistles? Very neat English, very sound. But I don't have to argue with people. He has a lawyer, he has people as agents, so that is not the issue. He has made an official statement about the situation that went wrong between him, the Super Eagles, and also the Real Sociedad, the Spanish club in Spain. Now let's look at what he said. 2 major things he has said. One, he talked about the pretense. In my previous episode of podcast, I told you that players can fake injury, so that they can leave the camp and go to play for their local, their club side. But however, in this case, Sadiq Umar has said, look, you can see he never faked the injury because he was not the one that opted out of the Super Eagles coach. The Super Eagles camp. It was not him. So in the essence of that, in that saga, he never pretend that he has injury because he never opted out of the Super Eagles himself. You remember, he had an injury when we played against Guinea. Even we got a penalty and they asked him to go out. He said no, he wants to continue playing, and he played the match all throughout the 90 minutes on the leg swelled up and they were to check him. Now let's look at another thing. In his statement he said, look, the technical backroom staff of the Super Eagles, they checked him through every means that they have, and they confirmed that he was injured. So they stopped him from continuing with his Super Eagles team in the camp. So they sent him out of the camp. So what do we expect him to do? He picked up his bag and he went back to Spain. And when he got to Spain, that is natural thing. The team has to examine him and see which area, is lacking. What exactly is the problem with his fitness? So they checked him, and when they checked him, they discovered that actually he only had a bruise, and it will not take him 3 weeks, as the Super Eagles technical backroom staff had said. So a lot of things, a lot of questions, like I said in my previous episode, need to be answered by NFL. Not just coming out and dishing out press release without examining everything in total to the whole nation. They said, the medical people did examine their competence. That is not the issue. You said he will recover in 3 weeks. Now he recovered in 2 weeks. Within 2 or 3 days. So there must be something wrong somewhere. Like I said the other time, was it a deliberate action to push him out of the camp? Because a lot of conspiracy has come out that initially maybe Sadiq was not actually the player that should have called to camp. In the pedigree or in the hierarchy of player, he is not fit to be in the camp ahead of some certain player. And when the opportunity comes, maybe and maybe not, they have to remove him to that section. That is the case of Sadiq Umar, as we see what is going on. As we go into our last section, the match between Senegal and Cameroon. Onana. You see, this guy, a lot of people say, look, you need to allow Onana to go and leave him. Onana chopped 3. Upon all the gra. I flew in a private jet, I carried this. Onana chopped 3. Onana. That is the end of our story for today. Don't forget, like and subscribe to our channel. My name remains Bami Ademola, award-winning photojournalist. I document the culture of football, supporters club, and football fans, and I tell the story about Nigerian football history. See you another time.